Welcome to the Ignited Recovery Podcast, a new way forward for anyone looking for answers but feeling left out. If you've been searching for empowerment, triumph, and purpose, you've found them right here. You won't hear the same solutions, and you're not going to have any excuses to fall back on, because Ignited Recovery allows heroes to rise and become their best selves. I'm Dr. Jaffe, and I can't wait to be your guide on this journey. Are you ready to become an ignited hero?
So many people struggle so much when it comes to changing their habits, and this happens especially around drinking or drug use, porn, sex, food, etc. And we've helped so many hundreds and thousands of people at Ignited do exactly that. What I decided to do at the beginning of this year to make it easier for everybody is to just give you some free help. So we've done something incredible, and we've opened up our Ignited Hero program and our weekly groups completely free for a month to anybody listening right now. But you got to act on it, and you got to follow the link here below in order to be able to use this help for yourself or loved one right now for free. It's only for you guys, so don't forget, click the link and you get everything. You get 15 groups a week. You get over 15 hours of work with me individually helping you. This is like that masterclass. It doesn't just teach you how to cook, but teaches you how to live a better life. Come join us. Get the help you need. Make your life what you want it to be. This is for spot number 2. Hey everybody, it's a brand new year, and we've been hearing from you. I've been hearing from you that some of you are struggling. You've made commitments to yourself. Maybe it's around dry January. Maybe it's around changing your food or drug habits or sex, porn, relationship issues. And I've heard you. I know you want this. I know you want to make it better. And so I want to make it easier for you to get what you need. And so what I've done is I'm giving everybody who's listening to this right now a 30-day trial, completely free, 100% free, not only to our incredible hero program that we just reshot and created an incredible online platform for, but also all of our weekly groups. We have 15 of these a week. I lead one of them myself every single week. So every day you can get the help you need. So you don't have to go at this alone. You can find a community. You can have the support to get yourself where you want to go. Come join us, $0. You've got nothing to lose and your whole life to gain.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Ignited Recovery Secrets Podcast. I'm Adi Jaffe, and I'm here to talk to you about one of the relatively simple things that yet sets apart the way that I look at addiction help in general from 99% of the stuff that you find out there. And that is the concept of abstinence sampling. Now, it's serendipitous, or maybe just happened because my brain brought it front and center. The dry January is about to end, and it's something that I take on every year and started years ago. But dry January is one of those things a lot of people try to take on. It's about 31 days of complete abstinence, and not everybody hits it out the park. Not everybody makes it all the way to 31 days. Actually, a lot of people struggle with it, and they have a hard time admitting to others that they do. And maybe you belong to that group. Maybe you're one of those people who really has been trying, and either you made it through a couple of days, maybe in a few weeks, maybe you barely lasted one day, and you drank, and then this thing came up for you, which is, oh, it didn't work. I didn't make it to my goal. And then what a lot of people do is they give up. Abstinence sampling, to me, is one of the things that I talk about all the time. We definitely include in the Hero program as one of the methods to circumvent and short circuit this concept of failure within your attempts at recovery. And here's what I mean. For somebody who's taken on the dry January experiment and drinks regularly, 2 days of not drinking, a week of not drinking, let alone 2, 3 weeks, 25 days of not drinking, are massive successes. But if you listen to everybody out there and you think to yourself that the only way to reach your goal is to meet 100% the expectations, which is really, really nice when you get to do it, everything else, even 90% success or 95% success, can feel like failure. And for me, that's one of the biggest problems with the addiction field in general, is that you don't get to have partial success. They don't allow it. It's all or nothing. Abstinence sampling allows you to try out not using. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a regular everyday user and it's been years since you've not drank or not used drugs or watched porn or whatever that is for you, maybe all you really feel like you can commit to right now is one day of sobriety, one day of abstinence, maybe 2 days, maybe a week. Each one of those is not applauded as a successful goal, right? People out there will not normally look at a day off as success. But here's what abstinence sampling allows you to do that so many people out there misunderstand. You see, you drink for a reason, you use drugs for a reason, but you may not be aware of what those reasons are because the drugs and the alcohol are doing such a great job of masking what's behind. And abstinence sampling allows you to shift your behavior, if even just for a moment, and see what's behind the curtain. Right. When I take on dry January almost every year, I realize that maybe I've taken on too much at work or that there's some things in my relationship that I need to work on that I've been masking by having a drink at 5, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Throughout the rest of the year, it can build up for me. And I'll take on more and more and maybe lean more on coping strategies, right? Like some of those unhealthy eating habits or drinking. But because it happens so gradually, I don't pay attention to it. Well, trust me, the moment I take alcohol out, and it happens to me regularly all January, as I go, oh my God, I'm so stressed out by the time the workday is done. It doesn't take the whole month of January to make that realization. I realize it normally within a handful of days. And so if you're in this place right now where you've either tried it or you're scared of trying a whole month, don't let any of that stop you, right? Incremental progress is incredible. And the main point, the first tenet of what we do at Ignited is honest exploration. You've got to understand what it is that is driving your use and your addictive behavior before sometimes you can fix it. And so, if all you can commit to is a day, take a day. And it's going to be hard. The hard is not telling you that you're doing something wrong. It's not telling you you're unable to overcome it. It's telling you that this addictive behavior, this thing that you've learned to rely on over time, is really serving an important purpose for you, right? If you hate so many aspects of your life that at the end of the day you need 3, 4, 5 drinks to handle it, not having those 3 or 5 drinks is gonna hurt. Psychologically, emotionally, it's gonna hurt. That's a good thing. That's like your body's immune response when you get pain, to let your body know that there's a cut or an injury that needs to be repaired, right? Listen to that voice. Just hold off for as long as you can, and take down as much information as you can. Journal, think about it, sit with it. Where are you feeling uncomfortable? Where in your body does it feel uncomfortable? Now, as I say this, I want to make sure that I'm clear about this. If you're a very heavy drinker, and by that I mean 13, 14 drinks, 12 drinks a day, and you've been doing that for years, maybe even a decade or two, stopping cold turkey can actually be dangerous, and you need to talk to a physician. Save for those people or people who experience severe withdrawal symptoms when you stop drinking. Embrace the psychological discomfort. Pay attention to what is happening to you inside. That is the point of abstinence sampling. You sit there, and at the end of the day, you are wanting that drink. Why? Sit there, journal, write out, oh my God, I am so stressed out. I feel like I can barely breathe. What has been stressing me out today? Well, I had those 4 meetings, and that one person yelled at me, and I didn't turn in what I needed to on time. Or my wife and I have been fighting all day. Or I hate my fill in the blank. You need this information. That is the point of abstinence sampling. And if the most you can do it is a day, take the day. Use the insight from that day to move you forward in terms of understanding what areas of your life, what factors of your life need to be addressed. If you need an exercise to help with this, go to ignited.com/secret and do the wheel of life after you do the abstinence sampling or while you're in it. So many times, people are drinking and it makes them feel like life is going much, much better than it is. But the moment they remove the drinking, the moment that's no longer there, all of a sudden they find themselves suffering. That suffering is the signal your body and brain is sending you to let you know that something in your life needs to be repaired. So Use abstinence sampling as a tool. Don't feel like you have to commit to lifelong abstinence or month-long abstinence, and those are your only options. Commit to whatever you feel comfortable committing to right now and make that good enough to move you to the next stage. And if you want help in that abstinence sampling, go join us at ignitedrecovery.com right now. There's going to be a link below. We're offering a 30-day free trial so that you can have some support while you're getting this, and you'll learn this and so many other tools in what you do. Abstinence sampling has been one of those tools that has been so powerful and so shame reducing for so many of the people that I've worked with. And I hope it helps you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We will see you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to the Ignited Heroes Recovery Podcast. I really hope you found the information here useful and that we'll see you back here next week. And look, I want to make sure that this podcast is the most useful it can be for you, so please let me know by emailing info@ignited.com if there are any specific topics or questions you'd like to have addressed. As usual, if you like this episode, I would love for you to leave us a 5-star review and rating. Thanks, and see you next week. Thank you for tuning in to the Ignited Heroes Recovery Podcast. I really hope you found the information here useful and that we'll see you back here next week. And look, I want to make sure that this podcast is the most useful it can be for you, so please let me know by emailing info@ignited.com if there are any specific topics or questions you'd like to have addressed. As usual, if you like this episode, I would love for you to leave us a 5-star review and rating. Thanks, and see you next week.